going to show you how you wrap stems. This is floral tape. It doesn't stick to anything but itself. And to make it tight, you have to really pull hard on it and twist it around the stems. And you can see that makes a really nice tight wrap, a cluster. Let me just show you what happens if you don't pull on it. If you just kind of do it real loose, it's not going to hold together. You can see the difference there. Can you see that? Okay. This is going to hold, this is not.
Good.
Especially once it gets into water. Okay.
So here we are. We've finished our first newsletter and it's been quite an adventure. Due to some technical difficulties and some computer issues, this newsletter is going to be about 2 weeks later than we had hoped. So next time we're hoping that the birthing process won't be as painful and we'll get it out on time. We hope you've enjoyed all the information we've given you this time around. We look forward to sharing lots more information with you in the months to come. And that leads me to giving it over to my beautiful wife here and seeing what she's got to say.
There were a couple of things that I felt needed a little more explanation. The first thing was, I told you about the boundaries on the centerpiece, like this and here, but there's a better way to describe that. When you have these points, the farthest out points, you can actually take a piece of string or try to imagine a piece of string that goes from this point to this point and so on. What that does is when you have that visual of this point to this point, when you're placing your greens in, you are not going past that piece of string ever. And that's going to allow you to have a much more professional looking centerpiece. Okay? You got something to say?
No. It's outside of my realm here.
The other thing is, I kept referring to floral tape as floral tape, but it's stem wrap. We've just always called it floral tape in the shop. It's just a habit I've gotten into, but it is called stem wrap. So when you go to a florist or a craft store, be sure to ask for stem wrap. As Dan already said, this process has taken a bit longer than we expected. And so this is the centerpiece from 2 weeks ago. It's awesome.
With the exception of the one gourd.
We had to replace the gourd and I didn't anchor it properly. But I don't know if you can see, but these grasses are looking a little bit dry and some of the salal is, but I haven't watered it, I haven't done anything to it. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you can probably make a lot of these things a lot sooner than you think you can. So that if you're doing a lot of cooking or something for Thanksgiving, you can do your centerpiece a week before and just make sure it stays watered. If it's a particularly dry environment, just mist it like you would plants, and it holds up great. But it's going to depend on what types of things you use.
Well, that's it. We hope you've enjoyed everything and learned bunches. We will see you in our next newsletter, which will be about Christmas. Make sure you watch all the various aspects of this newsletter, including my little take on squash soup, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Oh, I forgot something. the cards that we talked about, questions to have at the table to keep conversation really interesting, and we're going to have different questions listed in the newsletter, so look for those too. Okay?
Absolutely.
Sorry, baby.
Cheers. Have a great holiday.